going on, guys? Welcome to Garage 23. And what's better than fixing your car after it's broken down on you? Doing it again, because you didn't actually fix anything. Alright, so in the last video we installed this shiny new Mishimoto radiator. If you haven't seen that video, check it out here. But that didn't actually fix anything, and we're still overheating pretty quickly, I might add. But after the radiator install, I did notice that the upper radiator hose is super hot. The air coming off the fans is really cold, or at least it's really cold right now because it's cold outside. If it was hotter outside, it wouldn't be super cold. It would just be less hot than the radiator hose. Lower radiator hose was also cold. So that's a pretty good indicator that our thermostat is stuck closed, and I'm really hoping this goes smoothly. I mean, we can see the thermostat pretty clearly. It's right there. So, right there. Can't be that hard to get to. So first thing we gotta do is, I guess, drain some of the coolant. I don't want to drain the whole thing because that's going to be a lot, but we just need to get it down below the level of the thermostat. So hopefully this fancy little bucket that I just bought for this reason is big enough to get that done. So let's lift the car up and drain some coolant. All right, now let's see about getting the old thermostat off. I left the bucket down there because I was trying to empty it so that we wouldn't get too much water out of here, but the thermostat's probably stuck closed. So that means there's probably gonna be a ton of water behind it anyway. So just in case, I'll still have the bucket down there. Okay, nothing out of the big radiator hose. All right, both hoses are off. All right. Hopefully this comes off easily. Yep. Picked a good spot to put the bucket. Looks like we're catching pretty much everything. Hopefully it doesn't fill up the bucket. All right. Well, at least it looks clean inside. Probably the original one. This car only has like 80,000 miles on it, or 70 something. Yeah, I think it is the original one. All right, I would have liked to have gone with a new OEM thermostat, but I need to get this car running like yesterday, and I didn't have time to go to the dealer or anything, so we are going with some cheap AutoZone stuff for the moment. In comparing the cheap one versus an OEM one, first thing that's immediately noticeable is this has copper parts in it. Scientifically speaking, you're not supposed to have copper and aluminum in the same cooling system. Metallurgically, the copper will start to erode the aluminum, or the other way around.
I'm not a working scientist, but I know a lot about a little science stuff here and there.
But anyway, you just need to make sure not to just run water with something like this. You need to have coolant, because the coolant will inhibit some of that from happening. So yeah, I mean, it's fine. But as you can see, the Nissan one doesn't have any copper parts in it because, you know, they have scientists and engineers and stuff that think about this kind of crap. And it's even got this like little baffle that's there for some reason. And the mechanism itself is bolted to the housing, whereas this one's just kind of held in place with the spring. So yeah, this one was like 20 bucks. This one, I'm not sure, I'll check on that, but definitely more than 20 bucks. And I needed this like right now. So let's see if this is what our issue was. Okay, now we can put this one on. And like all cool parts, this one came with a free sticker. You could totally rock this like on your quarter window or something, but I guess we should probably put it on the thermostat. Convenience-wise, this is pretty nice. Gasket stays stuck on the thermostat so you don't have to fiddle around with it while trying to install it. But the Nissan one probably has, yeah, a metal gasket. The metal gasket's obviously a little better, but this one's already pretty flattened out, so it's not like we could really reuse this anyway. All right. Anytime you don't cross thread a bolt, that's a good day. Now I just got to put these hoses back. So far, the most annoying part of this job is the stupid hose that's in the way. It's like right where you need to get at. All right, and there we are. Let's just fill it back up again, I guess. Let's see if this new bucket's any good at pouring, or if I'm just gonna make a mess everywhere. Been driving for about 20 minutes now, and temperature is rock solid. I got a little nervous because I test drove it first a little bit ago and it started overheating again, but the heater temp was being really weird. Like it was blowing like cold air and then really hot air and then cold air and then really hot air. Like it was just fluctuating really weird, and so I figured I probably had some air caught in the system, so I just bled it a little bit again, and it looks like that's all that was. So it looks like we're all good to go. All right, so finally we have an episode that's not the length of a Top Gear special, and we fixed the car for the most part. One thing that I wanted to add is 350Zs actually have a little port at the back on the heater hose to help with bleeding. I didn't find that out till after, which is kind of why I was struggling to get all the air out of the system. Yeah, if you need to bleed the air out of the system, that helps a lot. I was sitting here trying to jack the car up and turn the car on and wait and keep doing that over and over again. But anyway, we have a brand new Mishimoto radiator, probably didn't need it, but if you're gonna replace parts, might as well put something better in there than what you had before. A new thermostat, which honestly is probably a little worse than what we had in there before, but it's not broken, so hey. Yeah, now we can get ready and go to our buddy's little event here any minute. So thanks for joining us, and stay tuned to the next episode of Garage 23.